thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tuning in again to yet another video. What's going on, guys? We are here today now. Once again, beautiful weather in San Jose, California. We are on our way to get the 1K service done on the Harley Davidson. We're already at 1,250 miles, so took a minute to kind of schedule an appointment. Had to call San Jose Harley. Now, I could be doing the service myself, but you know what, it's the first service. I'm going to take it to the dealership, that way they can just kind of check whether everything they're supposed to check. I'll ask them a couple questions and see what else do they really perform on the 1K service. I think they just kind of check all the bolts and nuts and stuff like that. You know, I'm just kind of curious on what exactly is it that they're checking for, but I guess I'm gonna find out how much it's gonna cost me. This is the first time I've taken it to the dealership. Like I've mentioned before, everything on the bike has been and installed and programmed by yours truly. So yeah, that's pretty much it. 1,000 miles in. I already gave my thoughts on the Lowrider S. Beautiful bike. Love the color scheme. Everything about it. As you guys have seen in my other video, quick recap. The reason why I picked this bike. Mainly just because of the 5-gallon, the fuel capacity, the ABS comes standard, and the inverted forks, the dual disc brakes, and just it's a 114. So nice bike. You guys been following me for a while now, so thanks for tuning in, and thanks for just keeping thanks for hitting that subscribe button. Just wanted to say thank you guys, and we are now on our way to San Jose Harley, so we could probably see what exactly is it that they're going to be performing, and probably see how much this is going to cost me. Alright, so I wasn't able to use the audio in this particular scene, mainly because of the wind noise. It's just too much for this helmet. I have to probably get like some kind of a chin visor, but we were just on our way to the dealership. I was talking about how there was some kind of a thump or shaking of the handlebars. I wasn't too sure. I believe, as I mentioned in the video, there was the riser bolt coming loose, and it actually came undone to the point where I was able to move it around with just my fingers. So uninstalled it, put more thread lock on it, and then reinstalled it and torqued it down pretty good. So I don't know what's going on, but that's pretty much the only issue that I've been having on the motorcycles, just that loose riser that came undone. And I was saying maybe it had to do with something with the Plex audio bracket, or maybe it was just maybe I just didn't put enough thread lock on it. So far the bike's been perfect, no issues at all. None at all, no issues. There's no leaking, no anything. I believe maybe it's I misshift the gear or something like that. There was a little bit of a grinding noise from the primary. Don't know, maybe I was in between the neutral and first or second gear. That's pretty much the only time it did anything that caught my attention. Other than that, that's pretty much it. The bike's been perfect. No issues at all. So I've been checking the tires, checking for other problems, all the stuff that you're supposed to do every time you go out on a ride, or if you haven't checked it for about a week or two, you want to keep on regularly checking for bolts and screws and tire pressure, and just kind of covering your own ass. So that's pretty much the bike's been good. I've been looking at bikes too as well. It's just something I want to build a FXRT 2018 Softail. So that's what I want to do. I want to keep this bike the way it is. I don't want to put more weight on it, because that bigger fairing, yes, it's cool, but I don't want to put more weight on this bike already, because I don't think the fairing weighs that much, and besides, I already bought the Plex audio, and I don't want I don't want to change my whole audio system because I already bought the Plex audio and I bought it that because of the fairing. So if I get that FXRT fairing, I'm gonna have to change my audio system, and I don't want to do that. So we're almost here at the San Jose dealership, so I'll keep you guys tuned up. I'm gonna keep you guys informed, see what's going on. I'm gonna go ahead and pull in here and talk to the service advisor. Can't remember who I spoke to, so I guess we're gonna have to see. Guess we're gonna have to talk and see what's going on here. All right, looks like they're making a video over here. So, are they closed? Yeah, it looks like they might be closed. Oh no, it looks like they're open. There we go. Let me just step down and talk to Alright, so we're here now. Let me get down and talk to the service advisor. Alright guys, I'll be back shortly.
2 hours later.
So we got the call already. It's 5:50. We dropped it off around 1 o'clock, so it's been about 2.5 hours since we dropped it off. And now we're on our way back to the dealership to pick up the bike. So if you guys are wondering how much it cost, quite a bit. It was $500, $500 and $5. So quite a bit. They charged me for some reason 3 hours worth of labor. I mean, that's the way I guess it works. I don't know if this is how much they charge at other dealerships, you know, but this is how much San Jose Harley Davidson charged. So I'm gonna be looking into the paperwork, but it was 3 hours of labor, and then I believe $89 or $90 worth of oil, gaskets, filters, and stuff like that they're going to be changing. So I'm guessing $420 of labor and $80-$90 of goods, of equipment, parts. That's what they labeled it as. So they offered me the synthetic oil, but I just decided to keep it standard because I know it'd be a big jump from what they initially charged me. So I'm guessing, because I didn't even ask, I didn't bother asking about how much was it for the upgrade for synthetic. But you know what, if Harley thinks it's good enough for the bike, then you know it should be good enough for me. And if I decide to change it in the next oil service or maintenance service that might be at 5,000 or 6,000 miles, I believe. I'll have to look into it. I don't know if it's every 5,000 or every 3,000 miles. So we're gonna look into that after the next service. I believe the next one I'm gonna be doing it myself for sure, because I don't want to be paying $500 every time it's due for maintenance. And I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade to the synthetic oil. I'll probably just buy it at the dealership, keep my receipts, keep all the paperwork of the maintenance. It's always a good idea. That way when you resell the bike or something happens to the bike, warranty, you have all your proof that you've maintained the bike to Harley Davidson's factory requirements. So let's go get the bike. We're finished with the dealership. They ended up charging me $520. Yep, an extra $15-$18 from what they had initially quoted me. So what could it be? Something about the clutch gasket had to be changed, but I'm not too sure about that because I'm the one who changed it, who bought a brand new one. So I don't know. Is that you? Oh, what was that? It was a grinding. There's like a grinding sound. Maybe it's because I had the kickstand down. Must have kicked it up right now. That's what happens when you don't pay attention. So, alright, we are now on our way back. And we're going to take a look. Supposedly, what I was feeling earlier was actually one of the handlebars was loose, from what the mechanic or the service advisor told me. I had actually mentioned to him that I was having some shifting in the handlebars, some odd shifting, and mechanic must have looked into it. Technician, mechanic, they looked into it and they told me it was one of the handlebars. I guess the handlebars were loose, or the hand grips. So that's what that ended up being. Maybe, wonder if it was I wonder if it was the risers. I mean, he should have told me it was the risers, if that was in fact what was loose. But he just said the grips were loose, I believe. So I'm not sure which one was it. But they're saying the bike's great now. They changed all the fluids, charged me an arm and a leg for it. Yeah, I mean, she feels the same. I guess I'll give the handlebars a try. Supposedly it was loose. So let's see, or maybe the risers are still giving me issues, because I had mentioned about how the right side of the riser was loose. But I mean, that's what the 1K service is for. You kind of take a look at all the bolts and nuts and see if anything's coming undone because of the vibrations of the bike and stuff like that. So looks like from what the gentleman told me, everything's great. There's no problem with the bike. There's no problem at all with the bike. So now I'd be comfortable I was comfortable already before. I mean, I rode almost 300 miles over the 1,000 mark. You know, this is the kind of stuff that you don't really have to kind of, how do you say, to be anal about it. You know, these intervals of service, you know, it doesn't have to be exactly. It's recommended around 1,000 or 5,000 miles. It's recommended. You know, I've seen people go way over that. You know, I've when I was working for the dealership, I saw a lady who didn't know about the oil change. She came into a service shop and had mentioned, oh, you know what? Somebody told me about you're supposed to change the oil. The lady had 18,000 miles on a brand new Scion XP. 18,000 miles. Nothing happened to the engine. Luckily, you know, it's just it's a breakdown of the oils. You know, it's the molecules in the oil, the friction, all the other stuff. It starts to break down, and it doesn't do its job the way it should. Because the more wear and tear on the oil, the less it'll lubricate and protect your engine. So, you know, you don't have to be like, oh gosh, I'm getting near 1,000. I should take it in before 1,000. You don't have to do that, guys. I could have probably pushed it up to almost 1,500 miles. But today was my day off, so there's no setup bags behind me today. It was my day off. And you know what? My day off. And it was 3 hours of me just kind of sitting at home and editing videos for you guys. So I say it was a good day, even though there wasn't much writing, but nonetheless it was a good day. Got some stuff done. I believe I got about 2-3 videos done. So this is pretty much the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching till the very end. Recap of the video. A lot of money spent. A lot of money that I could have used on a brand new helmet. So spoke about that on the video. You could, for $500 you could buy yourself a really nice helmet. So the audio's issues, we're gonna have to probably take a look into what we could change or do different. The audio, once I start hitting maybe 40-50 miles per hour, gets really distorted. Even after using the software, I used the software on this audio and it still didn't sound as nice. It sounded really bad. So if anything improves, I'll just keep on doing voiceover once I'm on the freeway. Other than that, I'll probably just stick to city driving, or probably kind of come up with probably some kind of gaffer tape my chin and see if that works. So thanks for watching the video. Thank you for subscribing, and thank you for the support you guys are giving me. So later.